Good evening, Ringette fans. Here we are in Richcraft SportsPlex, Ottawa, Ontario, with a quarterfinal game against two big teams. AB4 Bold from Calgary are going up against Ontario-1, Team Ontario. Looks like Calgary-Bold is going to be wearing the red jerseys today. They're skating around just starting their warm-up, and Team Ontario is wearing the white jerseys. So I'll quickly go through the lineups that I have listed here for tonight. I'll do the visitor team first. Team Ontario visitors usually wear the lighter jerseys. We have number 1, Rowan Bruce, goaltender. Number 2, Charlotte Anderson in center. Number 3, Jenna Martin, center. Number 4, Alexa Worrell, forward. Number 5, Emily Clyde on defense. Number 6, Emma Middleton, defense. Number 8, Sarah Giorgetti, forward. Number 11, Fiona McAdam, defense. Number 12, Mackenzie Lee, center forward. Number 13, Morgan Campbell, forward. Number 14, Abigail Larmer, forward center. Number 15, Maya War, defense. Number 17, Callie Symes, forward. Number 18, Raquel Vergara, defense. Number 19, Jillian Henderson, defense. Number 20, Alexis Karakolis as a goaltender. Apologize for any mispronunciations in advance. Just trying to figure out all the names here, and with that, we'll go through Calgary-Bold. Number 1, Julia Harvey is goaltender. Number 2, Alyssa Walter is defense. Number 3, Josie Lister is defense. Number 5, Maren McKnight is a forward. Number 6, Kaylee Rudnicki is a forward. Number 7, Leah Marlborough is defense. Number 8, Sophie Miller is a forward. Number 10, Maya Alfin is a center. Number 11, Haley Dunn is a forward. Number 12, Danny Falconer is a forward. Number 13, Katie Chapman is a forward. Number 14, Megan Searchy, defense. Number 15, Charlotte Landers, defense. Number 16, Jocelyn Galbraith, center. 17, Riley Chapman at center. 18, Ava Will, defense. And 31, Sadie Blankhorn is a goaltender. So thanks for joining in on the stream. We're excited to be here and excited for the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships. This is always a very stressful and anxious day for the athletes and parents alike, as these quarterfinal games are generally elimination games. I don't actually know if they changed the format for U19 this year. This is the U19AA division. Previous years, if you lose in the quarterfinal, you would be out of the tournament. But they have made some changes in some of the divisions, which I'm not sure if they did for U19. The loser of the quarterfinal would end up in the consolation instead of the championship bracket. So I'm not sure if that's happening, if there's that opportunity for the loser of this game. But either way, both teams want to advance to the semifinals tomorrow. So a win is what everybody wants. Looks like Harvey is in net for AB4, and we got some enthusiastic drumming going on below me. Hopefully you can still hear me. There's Ontario with the ring. Quick shot, nice save by Harvey. Now picking up the ring is number 4, Worrell. Quick pass across. Over through the triangle, number 12 gets a good shot and lands in the crease, so that'll be a goaltender ring for Calgary-Bold. Harvey's going to send it out, looking for somebody. Can't. Oh, almost had the 5-second and gets it down just in time to Chapman. Chapman up to center ice for Landers. Into the corner for Chapman. And a pass out front is intercepted by number 15, War. Ontario are away with it, and good checking by Calgary-Bold, turning the ring over, and that's Haley Dunn with it now, taking a skate behind the Ontario net. Drop pass for Maya Alfin. Maya Alfin's going to skate it back the other way. Top of the circle to the right. A big shot by Danny Falconer was saved by the Ontario netminder, which I don't know exactly who's in net yet. I didn't see the number. Apologies for that. And it is looking like a 2-on-none for Ontario, and they score. Number 14, Larmer from 2. The Bold defense was nowhere to be seen. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was a 2-on-none, and Harvey left alone. 8:38, Ontario 1 goes up 1-0. So Bold starting with the ring. Walter is going to get it out to Sturchy. Sturchy, a long pass in for McKnight is picked up by Ontario. And they power out to the blue line, get it across center ice and all the way down the zone for number 14, Larmer. Larmer battling 14-on-14. And they're going to call both sides, I think, against Larmer. So it's going to be Bold ring at center ice. Marlborough sending it back to Landers. Landers puts it in across the blue line, and that is picked off by Ontario. Up against the boards, Chapman comes in and turns the ring over. Chapman passing up to Dunn. Bold with the ring out in front. Didn't quite connect, and picked up off the boards by Dunn. Dunn is checked. Two Ontario players pinned her up against the boards, and it results in a move it or lose it infraction, goalie ring. Oh, and the goaltender. Oh, there is a big collision there as two players got tangled up as they both tried to go for the ring. Chapman and I'm not sure who for Ontario. No penalty on the call. It was just two players going for the ring at the same time. Apologies, I can't see which Ontario player is down, but number 13 for Bold. Oh no, actually it's, sorry, number 17 is down and 13 is helping. Chapman is up and we're just looks like Ontario player is up and skating off now. So good news there. Seems to be okay. It looks like it was number 12, Mackenzie Lee, I believe. Hopefully everybody's okay and we see him back soon on the ice. It is number 1 in net for Rowan Bruce for Ontario. 7:47 left in the first quarter. It is going to be a defensive zone ring for Ontario. They got a tight coverage by Bold. They're going to send it up through center ice. Number 3 with it, Martin. Martin behind the back pass connects with. Got that, but now Georgetta has it. Georgetta dropping it to Martin. Martin with a shot. Got the reset. Georgetti now puts it down for Martin again, I believe. Martin's going to slow things down and skate around the circle, dropping it for Giorgetti. Long shot, high and away, taken by Anderson, and the rebound's picked up by Symes. And another quick shot off the post, getting the reset. Anderson getting in range, and Bold's going to pick up the loose ring and send it up to the blue line. There's Lister with it. Lister up through center ice, doesn't connect with Bold. Picked up by McAdam in the defensive zone for Ontario. McAdam behind the net, lays on the brakes, goes around the right side. Now up through the middle, finds Worrell. And Symes is open in the corner. Skates it around, sends it back to the top of the circle for Worrell. Worrell over to Anderson. Anderson has to reset, and a good stick by the Bold, blocking that pass. Danny Falconer, I believe. No, Galbraith, sorry. Galbraith with the pickoff, and now Ontario with the pickoff right back. Ontario in on the zone. It's Anderson with it. The other forwards are going to change. Anderson's going to drop the ring and head to the bench herself. Now we have number 14 for Larmer. Larmer gets it across. Quick shot. Harvey with the save. Rebound is there and put back into the crease by Lister. Harvey sends a high toss up to Lister on the left. Lister lays on the brakes and gets it back to Sturchy. Sturchy for Bold, trying to get through the triple line coverage. Finds an opening. Banks it off of Alfin, and Walter gets it into the offensive zone. Now Alfin with a quick shot. Oh, we got a piece of it. Nice save by Bruce. Rebound is picked up by Bold. Now Chapman to Dunn. Dunn dropping the ring for Chapman. Side of the net. Up to the top of the triangle. Chapman looking for something to go to. Back to Galbraith, and Galbraith scores. Chapman brought it around the triangle and passed it back into the slot, and Galbraith was able to find the back of the net to tie things up at 1 with 5:01 left in the first quarter. All right, Ontario setting up for the free wing at center. Banked off the boards. Anderson picking it up in the offensive zone. Anderson across to Worrell. Worrell down low to Symes, and that's intercepted by Sturchy. Sturchy then loses it, and it goes back to Anderson. Anderson circles to the top, trying to get a lane free. Couldn't find anything, so sends it over to Symes. Symes back to Worrell. Worrell across for Anderson. Anderson has to pick it up off the boards. Now to the top of the circle, backhand. Still with it, into the neutral zone there where shot clock is about to expire. Gets the shot off, and the rebound is picked up by Bold. Walter out to center. Walter to Chapman. Chapman up to Dunn. And Bold is looking to set up in the Ontario zone, waiting for some forwards to change. Dunn with a big shot, nice save by Bruce. Rebounds picked up by the defender. Ontario getting it out, quick out to center ice, and a long pass in, just off the stick of, I think that was Giorgetti. And in to help is Martin, who battles through traffic and gets a good shot away just over the net. Now Campbell in the corner is in a battle. Martin picking it up and getting another shot. Harvey with the save. Rebound is grabbed by Landers. And Landers takes it up to the blue line looking for some support. Landers over to Muldrow. Muldrow, saucer pass over the sticks of the Ontario defenders. Now Danny Falconer in on the left. Didn't like the angle. Circles back. Top of the slot area. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, but the goaltender, Bruce, picking it up, resetting the clock, and Ontario has it. Oh, Ontario defender tried to go behind the net and was stopped immediately by Falconer, and Bold come away with the ring with 2:50 left in the first quarter. Galbraith now across the top. Quick pass down to Falconer. Falconer comes around for the wraparound. Didn't have any room. Now Miller with it. Miller in into the corner, circles back. Faulkner heads to the bench, and it looks like Chapman, who's that number, comes on, takes a big shot, doesn't get the reset, misses the net. And Galbraith tries for another reset, picked up by Ontario. And they are give and go. It's a 3-on-1 into the slot. That's number 4, Worrell. Worrell tries the backhand. Harvey makes the save, but doesn't know where the ring is. And that'll be a 5-second violation. So quick opportunity by Team Ontario will result in an offensive zone ring and a fresh clock. 2:08 left in the first quarter. It looks like Martin is going to start with it in the offensive zone. We have Campbell in front of the net in the slot area. Ring comes to Campbell, back to Martin. Back to Campbell. Martin is going to quick pass across, and the stab missed. And Will is going to pick it up off the boards and send it out to neutral ice. Good check by Team Ontario, turning it over, but then they had to throw it into the Bold zone where there was no players. So Bold able to collect the ring. Will has it. Will sends it up to Chapman. Chapman in for a nice give and go off of the stick of Rudnicki. Bruce picking up the ring that slid into the crease there. And now Team Ontario, a giveaway to McKnight. McKnight with a shot, blocked by, I believe it was Clyde. Blocked the shot. McKnight picking up another shot from high in the zone. Good save by Bruce. The ring ends up behind the net, and it is a battle back there trying to recover it. And something called. I don't know if it's going to be a penalty or is it? Yeah, it looks like a penalty to McKnight. 2 minutes for body contact. So the first power play of the game is going to go to Team Ontario with 1:02 left in the first quarter. That's Anderson picking up the ring. Has Symes now on the side of the net. Symes circles to the top of the circle, trying to find a path through traffic. Doesn't find anything. Sends it back now. Number 4 is right on the doorstep. Worrell tried to fool the goaltender Harvey, but Harvey just made the save and sent the ring out to Sturchy now. Sturchy through center ice. Gets it to Dunn. Dunn across to Alphin in the offensive zone. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Alphin with the ring. Alphin with a big shot. Good save by Bruce. Rebound collected by Alphin. Now Marlborough filling in for the missing forward. Backhand shot by Dunn. Misses top corner. And another chance by Galbraith off the bench as the buzzer expires. But Bruce is able to keep it out. So we'll head to the second quarter. Bolt is still going to be short-handed for another 58 seconds unless there's a goal, obviously. Pretty even so far. Chances for both teams. Lots of back and forth and some really good saves to keep it a 1-1 game. Lots of fans here today for both teams. Looks like we got maybe a little extra Ontario fans since they are the home team. Probably a bit easier for, not sure, unfortunately I'm not sure where Team Ontario is from. Try to figure that out before the end of the broadcast, but they are definitely closer to the Ottawa in Calgary. So Bold is going to be starting with the ring at center ice, short-handed. So Team Ontario is going to do a full court press and try to cover everybody since they have the extra player. Bold is able to get it in. Galbraith with the ring. Drops it for Dunn. Will. Will across to Chapman. Chapman back for Galbraith. Galbraith has to race back to pick that up. And they're going to call. What was that call? It's going to be an Ontario ring. Oh, they are getting an Ontario penalty. I didn't see that. 2 minutes for body. Okay. So it's going to be a Bold ring. Apologies. There's Dunn. If the ring passes out to Alphen. Alphen circles around. Top of the face-off circle, and Dunn gets a shot away, misses the net. And now picked up by number 6, Middleton. He's going to shoot it up the left side, all the way up for Worrell. Worrell across, back to Middleton. Middleton over to Henderson. Henderson gets it up into the offensive zone. Ontario short a player, has to readjust. Centering pass goes through the crease. Nobody is able to pick it up. I think Anderson was able to grab it, but after it passed the net, now Bold is out through neutral ice and into the offensive zone. And they're going to call a goalie ring. I'm not sure. I think that was a move it or lose it. So Bruce is going to send it out the side to Vergara. Vergara finds Anderson. Anderson looking for somebody to pass to in neutral. Gets it to Henderson. Henderson up the right side all the way off the boards. Worrell with a nice play to pick it up off the boards. Pass to Larmer. Larmer's going to circle with the ring around the net. Drops it for Worrell. Shot. Harvey save, and rebound stays in the crease. Harvey sends it up the left side. Through center ice. Looks like Galbraith with it. Galbraith passes up to Walter. Walter cuts across the top of the triangle, then loses an edge. Miller's going to come in and pick up the loose ring, skate it around. So it is a power play for Bold right now. Ontario still in the penalty box. A nice save there by Bruce, and rebound pickup by Larmer. Larmer sends it up to Vergara. Vergara is in a race, and Ontario get it in to the zone. That's Symes with it, taking it around the net. Ontario's back to even strength now, 5-on-5. There's Martin with it. Martin circling around. Martin, top of the triangle, loses the ring initially, then takes a shot and got a crossbar. Had Harvey beat, but found the top of the crossbar. Now it's a battle for the ring in the Ontario defensive zone. McKnight comes away with it. McKnight passes to Galbraith. Galbraith takes the shot. Great save by Bruce. Rebound picked up by McKnight. Galbraith back to McKnight. McKnight with a shot. Good save by Bruce again. Looking for somebody, but can't find anybody close by. And Ontario couldn't collect the ring. Chapman with it now. McKnight again. McKnight dropping for Galbraith. Back to Chapman. Chapman skates around the top. Nice behind the back pass to Galbraith. Dunn is fresh off the bench. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Ring comes back to Chapman. Chapman with a shot. Misses the net. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and that'll be a goaltender ring. Oh no. The ref says that there was a reset, so Bruce must have touched it on that shot that missed the net. Drawing a reset that the shot clock operator didn't engage on. So it's going to go back to the Bold. That is done with the ring. Looking for a shot, sees something, and it's blocked by number 19, Henderson. Dunn picking up the rebound, sending it out to Falconer. Falconer, top of the triangle, rips one just high. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dunn with the ring. Dunn through the triangle. Big power move. And Alton grabs the loose ring and is able to beat Bruce just over the blocker, as Ontario had frozen the ring, but it had squirted loose and Alton was right there to score. 5:52 left in the second quarter, 2-1 Bold. That is Martin back to McAdam. McAdam sending it in deep to the corner. Bold is there. Oh, now Bold sends it around, and it's picked off by Larmer. Ontario's gonna try to set things up here. Larmer with it across. Shot attempt and found on it. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, and Bold is gonna take over in their own zone. Looks like Chapman's back on the ice, I believe. Yeah, number 17, so seems to be okay. Now we got number 3, Martin. With the ring, sends it across. No, didn't get it quite across the line, so McAdam had to backpedal with it. There's a neutral ice. Chapman is going to pick that up, sends it in for Miller. Miller is loses an edge there and is able to recover, getting it back for Galbraith. Galbraith, top of the triangle, looking for a big shot. Nice save by Bruce. Rebounds loose. Shot by Miller. Another save by Bruce. And now Team Ontario is away. McAdam, heavily checked, has to send it back into the zone. Martin grabbing it, circling behind the net, trying to find an opening, finds Anderson. Anderson's going to send it in deep. And a ring race is won by Symes. Symes circles, waits for reinforcements to arrive. Worrell is there. Symes to Worrell. Worrell with the shot. Harvey saves. Rebound, bounces out to Symes. Symes picking it up. And passes back to Worrell. They got a fresh clock, full 26 seconds. Anderson now looking for a lane. Anderson dropping it to Symes, kind of gets caught at the attack line, and now they're going to call. Not sure what that was. Whistle down, maybe a crease violation against Bold. Ontario is going to get the ring back. 3:30 left in the second quarter. Pass up to Giorgetti. Giorgetti with the drop pass. Just, can't quite find it, and Alton picks it off for Bold. And a long pass up is intercepted in the defensive zone by War. War trying to find an opening in neutral ice. Is able to pick up Larmer. Larmer had it bounce off a stick, and Ontario back into their own zone. That's Clyde up to the middle. Long pass across for Martin in the offensive zone. He's got some room, looking for an opening. Takes a backhand shot, misses on the far side. Rebounds picked up by Larmer. They got a reset. Now another chance shot, saved by Harvey. Another reset, and Ontario gets another rebound. Giorgetti, couple good chances there as she heads to the bench. And Ontario regroups, waiting for more reinforcements to arrive. Symes comes in, picks up a loose ring along the boards, has to be careful as Bold is pressing. Symes across to Anderson. Anderson behind the move back, spin, takes the shot, gets the rebound, I believe. And now a breaking play gets knocked out to center ice. Loose ring is collected by Haley Dunn. And Ava Will back to Haley Dunn. 17 seconds on the shot clock for Bold in the offensive zone. Dunn drops it for Chapman. Chapman regroups, picks it up. Chapman back to Dunn. Dunn with a high shot. Didn't connect, and Ontario's going to grab it. Number 19, Henderson, sends it up to Worrell. And a quick play there. Ontario is all the way down the ice, and they got a crease violation. They took I think it was a pass they tried to make there, and it ended up in the crease on Harvey's stick, but one of the Bold defenders had skated through the crease, so it's going back to Ontario in the offensive zone. Larmer's going to take it. Larmer looks for the pass and doesn't quite connect. Bold able to anticipate that play and pick up the ring. Chapman now across for Dunn. Dunn with a shot. Bruce with a really nice stretch save there. Pass through the crease was looking like an open net. Now back to Alton. Alton with a big shot. Gets it over the glove. Bruce had it and couldn't keep it down. It hit the Keeley and rolled right over and into the net. So 3-1 with 54 seconds. The scoreboard's wrong. I think they put up the goal on the wrong side. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. The score is 3-1 in favor of Bold. Team Ontario, Worrell with it. Back to War. War sends it into the corner. Ontario, Anderson with it. Anderson finds Worrell. Worrell gets it to Symes. Oh, and a quick shot. Beats Harvey at low post. That was a tic-tac-toe, 20 seconds, and Ontario is back within one. Anderson was able to lift it up over the blocker of Harvey for a top shelf goal. 3-2 with 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Bold with the ring. Marlborough sending it in. Intercepted there by number 5. That's Clyde. Powers it out to neutral ice into a scrum of red. Now Rudnicki with it. Rudnicki drops to Galbraith. Galbraith circles to the top of the face-off dot. Galbraith through traffic manages to find a lane, but couldn't get a clean shot off as the pressure was too much from the defensive triangle. 0.6 seconds left, and that's it for the second quarter, so pretty evenly matched. Second quarter too, as we head into the second half. The third quarter, 3-2, Bold is up over Team Ontario. And I'll take this chance to thank the sponsors of the 2025 Canadian Ringette Championships here in Ottawa. Government of Canada, Gatorade, Athena Ringette, Ringjet, TELUS, and Event Connect. Thank you all for your support and helping to make this amazing event possible for everybody. All right, we are just about to get underway here. Team Ontario is going to be starting with the ring in the third quarter. We got two players in the offensive zone. Looks like Middleton and Campbell. Banking it off the boards. Bit of traffic ends up on the stick of Alphen for Calgary-Bold. Alphen circles back, sends it over to Marlborough. Marlborough trying to find an opening, gets it up the center to Chapman. Chapman can't quite get a stick on it, and Ontario turn it back the other way. Larmer into the corner for Giorgetti. Giorgetti behind the back pass, bounces off of Anderson's stick, and Ontario is able to almost check that. Now there's a delayed penalty. 2 minutes for body against Team Ontario. Number 13 is going to get it, Campbell. And unfortunately, it looks like Mackenzie Lee is one of the players that had that collision in the first quarter. She's okay, she's on the bench, but doesn't seem to have returned to the ice yet. Still shaking things off. Oh, that's Falconer with the ring for Calgary-Bold in the offensive zone. Passes across to Chapman. Chapman takes it off the boards. Passes back to Falconer. Falconer through the top to Chapman. Chapman cuts across, takes a shot, blocked by 18. That's Bergara. And now Team Ontario are away with it. A bouncing ring misses on the exit plan, and Bold send it right back in. Big shot, nice save by Bruce. Battle for the ring behind the net. Symes is there. Symes gets it up for maybe McAdam. Sorry, I can't see the number from here. And checked off the ring. Collected by McAdam. McAdam finds Symes. And Bold are away now. Lister gets it all the way for Falconer, and that's out of her reach. So a battle behind the net. Nobody coming away with it still. It's still battling. Ref not blowing it down, and now they are going to blow it down, but I'm not sure who's going to get it. 7:55 left in the third quarter. 42 seconds left on the penalty to Team Ontario. Looks like Bold is going to get the ring in the offensive zone. Miller going to fake a shot, send it back out to Galbraith. Galbraith back to Miller. Miller shot blocked. 18 seconds left on the shot clock as Miller goes for a skate. Miller across to McKnight. McKnight double pumps it, sends it to the corner, and that's picked up by Team Ontario. I think War with a nifty bank off the boards, getting it up to Worrell. A pass up is intercepted by Walter. That was a really good play. Otherwise, it would have been a open one on a breakaway, I think. Now McKnight in the offensive zone for Bold, battling against War. Takes it behind the net, goes for a skate, 10 seconds on the shot clock, drop pass to Alton, shot, Bruce kick save, ring goes behind the net, and picked up by Team Ontario. Ontario up the left side, trying to get through traffic, all kinds of bodies to get through, and Ontario manages to get it in. That is Martin picking up the ring in the offensive zone. Martin fakes the drop pass, quick pass over to number 8, 8 with a shot, and Harvey, that was Giorgetti, getting a nice shot off, but Harvey able to get across and make a save. Now Landers with it for Bold. Can't find an opening. Back to even strength. 6:23 left in the second quarter. Ontario is going to pick up a loose ring in their own defensive zone. Clyde with it. Clyde sending it up the left, looking for somebody to come help. Now Giorgetti with the ring. Over to Martin. Ontario is going to set up for a change. Anderson's in off the bench. Martin's going to power through, run out of room, and circle behind the net. Drops it for Anderson. Anderson gets the shot off, but it doesn't count. It doesn't reset the shot clock. Fans are saying that should have been a reset, but I think it hit the side of the net there. They did get the shot off right at the buzzer there, so they are going to get the ring back anyways. All right, Ontario starting with the ring in the offensive zone. It comes to Symes. Symes pass to Lee. Oh, so that's good. Lee's back on the ice now after the collision, so looks like she's okay. Symes with it now. Symes across through the zone to Lee. Lee with the shot, just missing. Actually, Harvey got a piece of that, so a good save by Harvey on the one-timer. Battle for the ring. It's a hotly contested, and it's going to be a goaltender ring for Bold. Harvey sends it behind the net to Will. Will's going to skate it up the left side. Will banking it off the boards. Finding Chapman. And that pass in is picked off by Anderson. Anderson in through the defensive zone for Team Ontario. Tries to send it out, and that was blocked. Now Chapman picks up the loose ring and goes behind the net. Bold's changing forwards and D. Chapman's all alone on the ice. Chapman now drop pass for Miller. Miller through the triangle, finds a lane and falls over, so it's going to be a Bruce ring. Bruce sends it up, high toss to Martin. Martin has to skate back behind the net. Two players on. And now neutral zone. The Team Ontario players both skated different ways. I think each one thought the other was going to get it. Bold picking it up and getting it back in the zone for McKnight. Into the corner for, not sure which number that is. That looks like Galbraith. Galbraith trying to find an opening, getting it in for Alfin. Alfin circles to the top of the triangle. Quick pass across for McKnight. Great save by Bruce getting across. And she doesn't know where the ring is, so she's going to hang on to it for 5 seconds, and that'll end up as a Bold ring in the offensive zone. Well, Dunn is going to get the offensive zone ring. Dunn takes a shot and sees an opening and puts it over Bruce on the blocker side, which I think Bruce is left-handed, so looking from this way, it's over her right or left shoulder, I guess. Saw a bit of net and took advantage. 3:43 left in the third quarter. Bold go up 4-2. Ontario with the ring, and I believe that was Lee. Now Clyde with it. Clyde sending it into the corner, and Worrell picks it up. Worrell, long pass across, doesn't get through the defenders, and Alfin is able to grab it for Bold. Alfin through neutral ice. Finds Landers. Landers sending it in deep for, I'm not sure, I think Falconer maybe? Yeah, Falconer with the ring, taking the shot, misses. She was falling over. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Dunn in close. And battle for the ring. Good battle there by the Ontario defender to push the Bold player away from the ring. 2:52 left. That is Landers with it. Landers getting it up to Walter. Reading the wrong sheet here. Now Dunn with it. Dunn wide open in front of the net is Galbraith. Galbraith makes a couple moves and is able to score top shelf. Bit of a defensive mistake there by Ontario, leaving the Bold player open. All alone. So 5-2, 2:32 left in the third. Team Ontario regrouping at center ice now. Pass across, goes into the corner. Number 13 is Campbell. Takes the ring around the net. And into the corner for Martin. Martin with the ring is going to circle towards the net. Takes the shot, gets a reset, and rebound picked up. Oh, big defensive wall there by Bold. And thrown into the corner. It's a race for the ring, picked up by Walter. Walter sends it around for Sturchy. And Sturchy's going to fight off a check from Martin and get it out to center. Now it's all the way into the zone for Galbraith. Galbraith drops it for Chapman. Chapman back to Alton. Alton with a big shot. Bruce with a save. Kept the rebound in the crease and now is looking for a pass. Sends it behind the net and they're going to call a 5-second violation against Bruce. With a minute 23 left in the third quarter. 5-2 is the score in favor of Bold. Miller fakes the shot, sends the ring out to McKnight. McKnight's going to take it behind the net, circle around the boards. Top of the circle, through the triangle, backhand to Alton and back, and a shot by Miller. McKnight picking up the rebound. Bold getting a reset. Alton with a backhand chance, just over the net. And they're going to call a crease violation against Bold, so Ontario ring. Bruce is going to fake it behind the net and send it into the corner, and a big collision there. Ontario fans wanting a penalty. That was Lee again taking another hit. Sorry, and I didn't see that. That was a shot from outside. Looked like McKnight beats Bruce over the Keeley to make it 6-2 with 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Ontario with the ring now. Number 11 getting it up to 14, Larmer. Larmer circles into the corner, drops it for Giorgetti. Giorgetti across. Shot and just missed on the top shelf. No reset given. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Galbraith causing the turnover on a check up to Falconer for Bold. Give and go. Doesn't work out. Cut off by McAdam. For Team Ontario, McAdam sends it around the boards. Centering pass. Gets up to neutral ice. Oh, dangerous play there as 4 players converged on the ring, and that'll end the third quarter, which was pretty dominant by Calgary-Bold. They controlled the play for most of the third quarter and ended up with 3 goals. I believe it was 3-2 at the start of the quarter, and it's 6-2 now. right, so Bold will be starting with the ring for the fourth quarter. And Ontario trying to play a bit more aggressively, needing 4 goals to tie things up here. Only 10 minutes to do it. Bold getting it into the zone, but that is picked off. Off by Worrell. Worrell sends it into traffic, and Martin couldn't come away with it. Bold pick it up and send it in for Chapman. Chapman falls over, and Ontario are able to send it away. Anderson across for Clyde. Clyde in neutral ice, looking for somebody open in the offensive zone. Has to put it to the sideboards. And Ontario trapped up against the boards by the Bold defenders. Battle for the ring. Now there's more action, and loose ring is grabbed by Bold. Bold sends it up through center ice. Chapman to Dunn. Dunn's going to pick it up in the offensive zone. Dunn fakes the drop pass, comes across, sends it over to Miller, but Team Ontario was there to break that up. And now a loose ring in front of the net is grabbed eventually by Middleton. And they're going to call a very late crease violation against Team Ontario. That was a 3-second late whistle. The ring's going to go back to Bold. Miller sets up for a shot, passes it across to Falconer. Falconer now with the ring, trying to break the triangle. Doesn't work out. Good defense by Team Ontario. Miller regrouping, top of the attack zone, gets it to Falconer. Falconer across to Chapman. Chapman back to Falconer. Falconer taking the shot, and ring goes through the crease. Nobody touches it. Picked up by Ontario. Ontario taking it up the right side, and losing an edge there was number 8. And she battles back and turns the ring over. Now Ontario looking for somebody open. Nobody's there in the offensive zone. They have to circle back into their own D zone. And that's number 2, Anderson with the ring for Team Ontario, sending it in deep for, I think, Giorgetti. Number 8 has a wall of red to get around, and Bold are able to come away with the ring through center ice. That's Galbraith tripped up by number 3 is going to get a call for tripping, I believe. Aaron Stick got caught up in the midsection of Galbraith, so hooking they're going to call it. 7:28 left in the fourth quarter. Bold is going to go up on the power play. But it is going to be that's going to give it back to Team Ontario. War gets it in the zone. Nice move by Worrell. Worrell trying to get through, backhand shot. I'm not sure if that hit the net or if missed. Larmer with it now. Larmer dropping it for War, and she's checked off the ring. Bold picking it up. I think that's McKnight. Up to Chapman. Chapman sends it in to the corner where McKnight picks it up. McKnight dropping it to Chapman. Chapman dropping it for Alton. Alton has to fight with Anderson. And it's a big battle, and who's the ref going to give it to? He gives it to the goalie. Bruce is going to get it. So Bruce fakes it, and Chapman with that long reach is able to grab the ring, gets a good shot away. I think Bruce got a piece of it. Alton grabbing the rebound with a fresh 30 seconds. Now sends it into Chapman. Chapman to, I think that was Rudnicki. And the Bold are going to change their forwards, and they're going to say, I think a crease violation against Team Ontario is going to send the ring back to Bold with 6:23 left in the fourth quarter, 55 seconds left on the penalty to Team Ontario. That is Dunn with the ring. Dunn sends it out to Miller. Miller Miller's going to skate it behind the net, around the circle. Top of the triangle, back to Dunn. Dunn with a nice stab over to Chapman. Chapman back to Dunn, to Miller, into Chapman. And now Chapman over to Miller. Miller's going to rip a shot. Nice save by Bruce. Rebound is collected by Chapman at the side of the net. So Bold with a fresh clock are going to probably start a bit of time management now. With a 4-goal lead, they can take their time every time they get the ring. And it gets really hard for Ontario to have enough time to score 4 goals. There's Dunn with it. Dunn back to Galbraith. Galbraith with a shot. Nice save by Bruce. Rebound heads into the corner. Picked up by Bold. That's Falconer with it. And she has a stick all the way around, but doesn't want to give up and doesn't want to let in. Rips the shot. Bruce with a nice save. And now Bruce gets it out to number 19, Henderson. Henderson in through center ice to Martin. Martin finds Worrell. Worrell drives to the net, and they're going to draw a penalty against Bold. So Bruce is going to head to the net, and they're going to try to set up 4 in. Looks like number 8 comes off, Giorgetti. 4:50 left. Almost time to start pulling the goalie for Team Ontario if they want to try to tie things up, and a pass gets deflected out of the zone and grabbed by Bold. So it's going to be a 2-minute penalty to Team Bold. And they're trying to figure out what number it is. The ref either forgot or... Yeah, I think the ref forgot what number... Oh no, they're calling a timeout. Timeout, Team Ontario, I believe. And they're going to call a holding penalty against... Is that Will? That's right, I didn't see the number. 2-minute holding call against Bold. 4:39 left in the 4th quarter. Ontario probably needs to pull their goalie as much as they can for the last few minutes here to try to score 4 goals. So they are going to go 4 in. They are on the power play. Looks like Worrell is going to start with the ring for Team Ontario. Sorry, Martin. Martin sends it across. Number 15, that's War. War sends it in low. Anderson across. Behind the back pass, quick shot by number 4, Worrell, and Harvey is able to make the save, sending the ring out to the left. Bruce races off the bench. Nice interception there by Martin. Turning it over, trying to drive to the net, and can't get through all the big checks of the Calgary defenders. Chapman getting the ring now in the offensive zone. Gonna probably skate it around for 15 seconds on the shot clock. Chapman to Chapman now. And back to Chapman. So Ontario should be pressing here. They should be getting 2 players on the ring carrier at all times, trying to turn it over. And Ontario gets it now. Martin with the ring sends it behind the net. It's going to skate and set up 4 in. Bruce is on the bench. We're going to get 4 in. Over to 15, that's War. War looking for an opening, can't find one. Larmer picking it up, back to the red line, and Martin gets bumped out of the zone, is able to get checked by the forwards of Bold. And a long shot is handled by Harvey. Harvey sending it behind the net for Chapman. Chapman up to the blue line for Galbraith. Galbraith in for Dunn with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Dunn's gonna, that's good pressure by Team Ontario, turning the ring over. Now they gotta quickly get it down, try to get a few goals. Nice opening there. Good transition play by Team Ontario through the neutral zone, and Bruce is going to head to the bench. Ontario setting up with the 4 in again. Probably should keep Bruce on the bench if they can. Only 2:24 left. They need quite a few goals, and Bruce is going to come back out. A long shoot in by Bold is going to get picked up by Falconer. Falconer centering pass to Alton, doesn't quite connect, but Alton picks it up off the boards. 2 players on by Team Ontario now, and they're going to pressure Alton to carry it over the blue line and cause a turnover with 2:03 left in the 4th quarter. Anything can happen in Ringette, so don't touch that dial. Ontario in a big hole here, down by 4, and it looks like they are going to. Clock didn't start, or clocks weren't synced, so they're going to redo that. Pass out to Henderson. Henderson getting it up to number 5, Clyde. Clyde skates up and gets it into the zone, and they're going to call a penalty against Falconer for tripping. Didn't seem like there's too much there as they just skated into each other, but the ref thought it was a tripping call. So didn't see when the other penalty expired, but it was even strength, so it's not a 3-on-2 at this point. It's going to be a 5-on-3. Quick shot and a goal. Nice pass play there. Sorry, I can't see the numbers all the way down, but Ontario with a quick strike with 1:48 left in the game makes it 6-3. I think that was Anderson who scored it. Found a window of opportunity over the glove of Harvey. Going to start with it. Marlborough out to Sturchy. Sturchy skates it over and sends it in for Marlborough. Marlborough is going to skate into the zone, run into a white wall of defenders, and they cause the turnover. Good checking there by Team Ontario. It's going to be a goaltender ring. Bruce is going to send it behind the net, and Anderson couldn't quite get it on her stick, and Galbraith is going to pick it up. Galbraith winding through, bringing all 3 defenders out of the zone. Now back to Miller. Miller to Marlborough. Marlborough puts it in the corner for McKnight. 1:11 left. McKnight circles, gets it over to Galbraith. Galbraith loses the ring, picked up by number 5, Clyde. Clyde's going to skate it behind the net. Bruce is waiting to head to the bench. 1 minute left in the game. Clyde across to War. War up to neutral ice. That's Worrell. Worrell through center ice. Gets it into the offensive zone. It's Martin. Martin with a shot. I think it is deflected. Nope, goalie ring. It went up into the mesh directly, so they give it to Bold. Goaltender with 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Long pass up by Chapman. Tried to backhand to Alton. Alton couldn't bring it out. Ontario picks it out into center ice. And now into the zone is Landers into the corner. Landers just fires it up the boards. 15 seconds left. Ontario with one last chance to score a goal, and it's crease violation, so it's going to be goaltender ring with 7.9 seconds left in the game. Harvey's going to hold it and just send it out into the corner, and Alton picks it up, and that will do it. So Calgary-Bold winning 6-3 is your final score over Team Ontario. They will be moving on to the semifinals. I'm not sure who they're playing, but look at the schedule to see what time they're playing and who tomorrow. And I'm not sure what happens to Team Ontario, but that was a really close game until the third quarter when Bold was able to pull away with a few goals. Good competition by both teams, and good luck in their future games. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next game.